Hi guys, today I'm gonna just do a really quick all signs psychic predictions, okay? Just immediate energies coming up. I've been requested to do this by a couple of people. So what we're gonna do is just do a 3-card spread where anything comes up. It can be love, it can be finance, it can be absolutely anything, okay? Right, so what we're going to do is start with Aries. Okay. Right. So, 3-card spread. What's coming up for Aries? Okay, right. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Pentacles. We've got the Empress. And we've got a choice coming up. Right, okay, so what I can see coming up for Aries is you are, at the moment, okay, you're going to come into an energy where you realise that even though life is a bit of a juggle at the moment, you've actually got your stuff together, just trying to make that not a swear word. You've got your stuff together, okay? With the Empress, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the gentler energy. It's the feminine energy, okay, of all 4 queens squished together. But I do see you have an option in love coming up, okay? With the 7 of Cups, you do have an option coming up. Now, whether it is good, bad or ugly or whatever, okay, the 7 of Cups means a choice. So by getting into this energy of the Empress, I say male or female, it doesn't matter. You've had a little bit of turmoil in the past. Obviously everyone has, you know, at some point, but you're coming into the energy of having all of your SHIT together, okay? And that does actually, I do actually see people coming in from the past, okay? But also as well, I do see the opportunity for you to meet someone new. So I would get out there if you are looking. If you are not, then things are going in your way. But if you are looking, then do expect some people from the past to turn up, okay? As I say, there is an option for someone to be rekindled from the past, but if you're like, no way, I do actually see multiple choices coming in for you, okay? So that's what I have for Aries. Right, so next one we've got Taurus. Right, let's give them a little shuffle. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay, Taurus, what have we got for you? Right. It does seem like you're coming into the energy of something is coming to a head, okay? There is something that people are going to start fighting back, okay, and putting in their 2 pence worth of their opinion. I do see you getting out of this, but whatever they're stressing their opinion about, I do feel like that you are holding your ground, okay? I do see a little bit of, with the Hangman, I do see a little bit of stillness coming up for you, okay? With all of these people potentially putting their 2 pence worth in, okay? I do see you having a little bit of a rest, a little bit of R&R after this. But from what people were actually on your back about, I do see you having a little bit of self-reflection, and that brings in with a Hermit, okay? So I do feel like that you are able to see the other person's point of view. Whether you take that personal view, it's entirely up to you. It's due to free will and everything else. But I do feel that you have that ability to see that other person's point of view, which is really good for personal growth. So I do see you having that personal growth moment, which is fantastic, okay? With the Hangman, I don't think that this is going to be for long. With the Hangman, it's putting ourselves onto a what do you call it, on a timeout step or something. It's adult timeout step. We put ourselves in this position. So I do feel like when everyone coming at you and badgering you for some reason, that I do feel that you, instead of just turning away and, you know, no, I'm right, you're wrong, I do feel like you do have a moment that it's stillness. I do feel like you get to see that other person's point of view. As to going forward with that, that's free will, okay? But I do see a little bit of upheaval coming your way in the next week or so, okay? Something is coming to a head, but it's over as quickly, really, as it coming to the head started, if that makes sense, okay? But I do see you having some reflection time on this. Okay, right, so that's what I have for Taurus. We are now on to Gemini. Right, so Gemini. Right, if they flip up in reverse, I am taking them as reverse today. Okay. Right. Gemini. Something that has been uneven balance. There's been some turmoil recently. Okay. But obviously with the Justice card coming out, I do see the scales starting to balance. Okay, but with the Ace of Cups, I do feel like that with the Ace of Cups following the Justice, I feel like there is someone that you have your heart set on, okay? With this person with the heart set on, I do feel like they've got some underlying juggling going on. Okay, you are ready to step forward. I don't feel that this person is at the moment. I do feel like they do have a lot of unfinished business. Okay, so your end, your life, the scales are starting to balance. I just don't think that they have actually caught up yet. Okay, I do feel like that they have some unfinished business, some messy situation that needs their attention. Okay, it's only until the Two of Pentacles actually comes up the right way that they have everything in order to actually pursue a relationship with you. So if you are looking romantically at someone, I do feel that they don't have all their ducks in a row, so to speak. Okay, right, so that's what I have for Gemini. Cancer. Right, Cancer, let's see what we've got coming in for you. Oh, hello. Cancer. Right. Okie dokie. We have the Hermit in reverse, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Death card. Okay, so first of all, I'm feeling like I need to say the signs on this one, because I do think it's important. Now, the Death card can mean Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And the Hermit can mean Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, with the Hermit in reverse, I do feel like that something isn't quite understood to you. I don't feel like you're going to be coming into the energy of a bit of a misunderstanding. I don't think that something in your gut lies true. I feel that yeah, I feel like that there's some deception, okay? And I do feel, excuse me, I do feel like that this is maybe among family and friends, okay? Now, I'm with the Five of Swords. It is an empty victory, basically. It's having not an argument with someone, but it's having a little bit of giving someone home truths, okay? And where the Hermit is in reverse, there is no hold on, bear with me a moment. So sorry about that. With the Hermit in reverse, yeah, there is something that doesn't lie right. Okay, I don't know whether it is secrecy or I'm not too sure, but something in your gut just doesn't, you don't understand what is actually being put on the table. You don't understand the logic behind something, okay? And there is secrets being held. And I feel that you feel that in your gut. With the Five of Swords is you actually calling them out. Not so much having an argument, but it's like, I don't understand. This doesn't lie right. I think you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes, and I'm not having it. Okay? And that brings in the Death card. Now, the Death card, I think, is a really good start. The Death card actually means something is coming to an end, that something then can be stripped away and something new can grow. So I do see with this person that is telling fibs, you calling them out, and they start to actually realise that they can't pull the wool over your eyes. Okay? As I say, I do feel like this might be, I do feel it's actually quite close to you. So I do feel like it's either a really, really good friend or family members. Okay? This might even be children. if you have children, this might actually be children. But whatever is called out, they do actually stop it. Yeah, and I think you'll be pleased that the death card is here. Okay, because I do see them turning the wheel into being more open and honest with people. Okay, they needed someone like you to actually call them out. Okay, so that's what I have for Cancer. So Leo, let's have a look. Right, Leo. Oh, ooh. Oh, two came out then. Right, I'm going to take both of them. Okay, right. So, Leo. First of all, we've got the Sun. Wow. You are coming into a space that is extremely happy. I do feel like I want to breathe a big sigh of relief. Things have been quite tough, okay, but I do see some happier times coming, okay. And with the Four of Pentacles, it's holding your own very close to your chest, okay. It means that in regards to money, into regards to savings, with regards to property, it means that you can relax your belt just a little bit, okay. It's almost, I feel like with the Sun and the Ten of Cups, okay, with the Four of Pentacles in between, you have been doing a lot to make your life stable, okay, and I do feel like you are going to start to reap the rewards of that. With the Two of Wands, with the reaping of the rewards of the stability of tightening your belt at some point, okay, I do feel like it's opened up more opportunities for you. So with the more opportunities, I do feel like you can bring in more abundance, okay, because you have the stability and the calmness of home, of family life. Things have started to settle down. I do feel like that brings in more opportunity for abundance. So you might want to redecorate your home, as in you can add value to it, or you can start looking for a better position at work. The opportunity, as I say, because your mind isn't so much on building what you've got at home, now you have the opportunity to have it fork off into different directions, okay, and by doing that will bring in more abundance, okay. So abundance is coming in for you. Wow. Okay, I want to be Leo. Brilliant. Right, Virgo, let's have a look what we've got for you. Right, Virgo. Let's have a little look. Oh, what we've got for Virgo. This actually has come out a lot. The Two of Pentacles has come out a lot. Right, Virgo. I do see that you have been a bit restless, okay? Restless in just general day-to-day mundane stuff, okay? with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like every day feels like Groundhog Day. Okay. Yeah, it's very much the wheels are turning. All I'm doing is getting up, doing the same thing, coming home, going to bed, getting up, doing the same thing. It's getting monotonous. Okay, which means that, or you're at, sorry, not you means you're at the stage now where you want to find something that's for you. That's what I really want to say. I do feel like you are possibly now on the search either for a new passion. Okay, with the Eight of Cups, you've got everything in front of you, but it's all, I do feel like that you have actually kicked all of these over. It's like, yes, I've got that, yes, I've got that, yes, I've got that, but I've got nothing else. You know, the wheels are turning. What is life if I don't live it? That's what I'm hearing. Okay, and I do feel that you start to pursue different things and you start to meet new people. And I do feel like through maybe a passion of yours, some way to get you out of that rut you find. Whether it be joining a club, joining the gym, joining the dots, joining anything, I do feel like that you start to spread your wings and you find new passions. And I do feel like that there is, for those that are single, there is someone that sparks your interest. Okay. Those who you are happily in a relationship with, I do see that you are finding something else to be passionate about, whether you be finding passion in, I don't know, knitting or running or baking or something. Okay, I do feel that you fall into a bit of a hobby that really does spark your interest. Okay, yeah, so that's what I have for Virgo. Right, Libra. Let's have a look what we got for Libra coming up in the next few weeks. Right, Libra. Three of Swords. The Four of Cups. Oh, there we go. Right, Libra. I do feel at the moment that you are trying to get over something, okay? Something that's already happened, or it might actually be about to happen, okay? But I do feel like you already know this. I do feel like that you're coming, or you're in a bit of a dark area at the moment, okay? And that dark tunnel actually does feel quite lonely and quite gloomy, okay? But with the Four of Cups is almost Spirit saying that you don't have to do this on your own, okay? I do feel like you have some friends or family around you that are actually going to start pulling you out of that dark funk. Okay, I do feel like these people have stayed away for a moment just to let you deal with what you are going through. But I do feel like that these people are almost saying, right, enough's enough now. We need to take that person, take you out, either coffee or for a meal or something. Okay, I do feel like either this might have been a loss of a job, or it might have been a loss of a partner. It might have even been a loss of someone. Okay, and obviously my heart goes out to you. That's awful. But you do have a network around you that is going to show their self. Okay, you don't see that at the moment. I think that grief or being in that dark tunnel has kind of closed you off. Sort of you've got blinkers on at the moment. But I do feel like before too long, people are going to start knocking at your door and saying, you know, get dressed, we're going out. Okay? Right, so that's what I have for Libra. Right, I think we're on to Scorpio now. And Scorpio, happy birthday to all my Scorpios out there. Right, so Scorpio. I really should have brought a drink in with me. I'm talking far too much. Right, Scorpio. Oh, there we go. Right. So, Scorpio, what have we have for you? Oh, the Hermit's come out again. Right, okay, so. Okay, right, Scorpio, I'm actually getting that there's a, how can I say this? There's a passion that you have. It might be someone, it might be something, but you have been thinking of pursuing this for a long time. Okay? Whatever is coming up hasn't been a knee-jerk reaction, but you have been toiling with this idea for quite some time. Okay? I don't think that you have actually told many people about this. You might have told some nearest and dearest. But I do feel like that you are going to start putting the wheels in action for whatever this little journey or this little opportunity. I do feel like that you are going to start to lay the foundations and start to pursue. Okay, so it's not just going to be an idea, you're actually going to start going forward with this. Okay, it might be expanding a hobby, it might be from expanding a hobby to building a house to starting your own business. There is a start of something that is going to happen over the next week or two. Okay, it's almost like someone says to you, you've been talking about this for ages, you know the ins and outs of it, why don't you start it? I think, to be honest with you, the reason why it hasn't been started yet is really because of insecurity. Okay, but I do feel like that you're actually going to take the leap of faith and you're actually going to start the wheels in motion over the next couple of weeks. Okay, so from, as I say, from saving for that wonderful car that you want, or to go and start your own business or something, a seed has been sown for a very long time, and over the next few weeks is going to be the start of the journey. Okay, right, so that's what I have for Scorpio. Sagittarius. Let's have a look at Sagittarius. Oh, like there might be, yeah, one more. I know I was taking 3, but I was just told to keep going. Right. Okay. Sagittarius, I feel like new lessons are going to be learnt. Okay. And I do feel like this is a typical self-growth moment. Okay. I do feel like that whatever has been going on around you is getting monotonous, is getting, the pressure is getting too heavy. Okay, that's with the 10 of Wands. But with the 10 of Wands, the next card is the Ace. Okay, so we are at the end of a journey, and I do feel like that you are starting to tell people to stand up for yourself. Okay, and by standing up for yourself means that not everyone is going to be happy with what you say, what you do. Okay, but if you say and what you do actually comes from your heart, it doesn't matter if people don't align with it. Okay, and that is with the 5 of Swords. Sometimes that you do have to tell people a few home truths and they're not going to like it, so it does feel like a bit of an empty victory. Okay, but yeah, and I do feel like that this has stemmed from quite a long time ago. Yeah, quite a long time ago. I feel like this was maybe a relationship, a situationship that went wrong. Okay, and from that, I do feel like that there has been a heavy burden with this. And people are like, well, you know, let go of it. It was ages ago. But I still feel like not only mentally, but maybe financially, this still affects you. And it is still going to affect you. Okay? And it's almost like you're telling people, well, actually, no, I need to sort this out. That's why I'm feeling maybe that it's not just emotionally, it might be financially with it because of the length of time I think that this is taking. But I do feel like that lessons have been learned or are going to be learned with this. So I do feel like you do have all reason to still be locked into this. Okay, but I do see this coming to an end. Even though you've not been able to move on, that's why I'm feeling towards financially. You've not been able to actually move on because of a relationship that went wrong in the past. Maybe you're tied together still financially, and people are like, well, just move on, you know, forget about it. And you're saying, but I can't because it affects my daily life. Yeah. But I do feel like with the Hierophant, and also as well, I do have to say, my spirit guide has just said to say the sign. It's might be to do with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, but I do feel like lessons have been learnt by this. But you can and you will go forward. Okay, and I do see this starting to come to an end. But I do feel like that this has been coming for quite some time. Okay, that's what I have for Sagittarius. We're almost at the end. Right, we've got Capricorn. Right, let's have a look for Capricorn. What have we got? Capricorn. Oh, there we go. We're flying everywhere. burn that one. Right. Wow. Okay. Capricorn. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you have seen a lot of stagnant energy. Okay. I feel like this is very much to do with finance. Okay. Maybe you've not been able to get a job. Maybe with prices going up absolutely everywhere, people are really starting to feel the pinch, starting to feel not only they can't tighten their belt anymore without cutting their head off. But I do feel like things are going to change with the Wheel of Fortune at the end. This is fantastic. Okay. With things not being you've not seen any growth for quite some time. Things have just been literally Groundhog Day. They have been going over and over and over again, and you don't see any light, which I see the Ace of Wands is in reverse. It's almost like, excuse me, you've lost the passion for everything. What you was trying to do isn't working. Okay? But I'm here to tell you that what you're trying to do is about to change. Keep going. Okay? Don't give up, because just before we start to give up, things change. Okay? It's almost like you've gone so far. Excuse me. You've gone so far, you've actually lost the passion for it because you can't see any growth. It's exhausted you. Okay? But the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's just about to start turning in your favour. Whatever you'll do to trying to get financially stable, or things to start growing, things to start moving forward, whatever you're doing, don't stop. Because the Wheel of Fortune is about to turn in your favour over the next couple of weeks. Just keep the faith. Okay? Just keep going. Just for a little while longer. Okay? Right, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Just putting these back in the right way. Right. Okay. Right, Aquarius. What have we got for my Aquas? Oh, the Fool. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Right, so okay, right, Aquarius. The Fool card. The Fool card is the start of a brand new journey. Okay, it's almost like you have torn the page off. I am going to start something new. Okay, no idea where it's going to head me, but with the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay, I do feel like instead of leaping on to something, another thing new, I do feel like whatever you're doing at the moment, you need to stick at. Okay, now this is very, very much like the Capricorn reading. I'm getting the same message. Okay, and whatever you are starting, or you've got a new lease of life for something. Okay, it can be a new business that you were doing. It might even be online stuff, and you feel like it's not working. You're gonna put, in the next couple of weeks, you're gonna put a new life. You're gonna breathe new life into something that you're doing. Okay, and I do feel like instead of instead of kicking all the cups over and searching for something new, searching for your wish fulfillment, I do strongly believe that what you're doing is your wish fulfillment. It's because you can't see any growth. But like the swan, okay? You're the swan gliding around on the water. But no one can see all the effort and the energy that you put into it, where the swan's legs are going 10 for the dozen underneath the water. All you see is the elegant bird on top of the water, realistically not doing anything. Okay, but underneath, you're struggling like hell. But I do feel like that you like where you are. You like the idea of what you are creating, what you are doing. And I do feel like you are going to breathe a new lease of life into what you're doing. Okay, I do feel like instead of moving on to yet another thing and the next thing, you're going to stay at pursuing what you're doing. Okay, and I do feel like with the Eight of Swords, now the Eight of Swords, you can actually just untie your hands, stand up, take the blindfold off and walk off. I do feel like all the doubtful thoughts that you are having in regarding this, you know, it's not working, maybe I should try something else, all of those negative thoughts, you're literally going to untie your hands, stand up, take the blindfold off, kick all those swords away and just carry on. Okay, because that is what Aquarius does. You know, you might feel trapped in this endless cycle of this is not working. But what you're going to do is whatever you are pursuing, you're going to take a new direction towards it. Okay, and I'm hearing that strongly. So if it's a business idea, or it might even be a person, yeah, to revive that stagnant energy, you're going to attack it from a different angle. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, right, so that's what I've got for you, Aquarius. And my last one, Pisces. Okay, right, Pisces, let's see what we've got for you. Oh, that was quick. I'm not going to take that. I'm actually going to do that, and if that comes out again, then it is meant to be. Right, Pisces. Wow. Right, Pisces. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talk about save the best for last. Right, with the Nine of Cups, it is, you're about to come to the end of something. Okay, and I don't mean that time has run out on something. Something has come to its pinnacle. Okay, and I do feel like that this might even be a relationship, like the one, you have met the person. Okay, it does feel like that with the Nine of Cups, it is a wish fulfillment. Okay, and with the World card, you are closing out a cycle, potentially a cycle of being single. Okay, and then you've got the Emperor. The Emperor is all four kings all lovingly squished together to make this glorious masculine energy. Okay, can be male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the masculine energy of all four kings all squished and lovingly put together. Okay, and I do feel like this person is potentially coming in the next few weeks. Okay, so Pisces, if you have an invite to anything, or you are planning on going on a night out, or if you are planning on giving it a little bit of a swerve and giving it a miss, I recommend you don't, because you are potentially about to meet the person that you have been searching for. Wow. What an absolute cracker to end on. Right, so that's what I have for you guys. Please check Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus signs, and I love you loads, and I will see you really soon. Bye.